Welcome back to In the Wind Tarot. I realize that this may be a little crooked or whatever, but I have spent way too much time trying to get it right. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I've been shuffling the cards, thinking about the collective and getting a message out to someone that needs it. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are the cards that tell the story. Many people believe that they tell a story that may relate to their life or relate to someone they know. If that is your situation, you need to use your intuition and also access any kind of help, which we have available nowadays. So use your discernment. Let's go. In the cut, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, spin the Wheel of Fortunes, see if you're on the top or the bottom. This is Seven of Swords. Apparently, they are on the bottom. That's stealing. And Wheel of Fortune again. So maybe this is something that they've done and they're going to try and do it again. This is my Marchetti deck. Oh, I think that's what it's called. At any rate, I've taken two and put them together. And then I will go ahead and select, I think, this part. And we'll start with this just simply because it's easier to handle. Hope you enjoy this. Let's go. What do we have here? The King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands has been coming up a bit. Has a friend or made an agreement with a friend, a mutual agreement. As, well, it looks like the Lovers. And that's with the King of Swords. Or else that is the King of Wands cutting it off. One or the other. Let's go forward. And we will get clarification on anything that looks confusing. Oops. Okay. Knight of Cups. There's the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, the King of Wands, King of Swords, and Friendship. Oh, they made a agreement with the Queen of Pentacles. So we have three people here. We have three people who were in the Eight of Cups, trying different cups, seeing which cup they wanted. And then here comes the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. But they have been blocked. They're leaving. This in the traditional tarot, this is leaving your sorrows behind. But in this one, it looks like they've been blocked from entering into the castle. So these two were blocked. And then I have my free card there. Luigi Scarpini. Scarpini. There are a lot of Italians in my hometown. Actually, there's some history of my hometown with there were Italians. There was a lot of mystical stuff going on back in the day. Six of Swords and Two of Pentacles. So they're going to have to make a decision, probably related to finances. Now, if you go by the visual of this, you see that this, they're watching to see if the person in the middle makes a decision for the highest good or on a more base level. They need to make a decision, these two need to make a decision about how they're speaking and what they're saying, how they're defending themselves, perhaps. But this person is, it looks like a lot of gossip. So they need to make a decision on how they, let's get some more of these. How they talk about this. It's gone and gotten cold, y'all. How they talk about these three cups, this King of Wands, King of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. And then we had the Page of Cups. Oof. So they're going to decide how they talk about that to the Empress. The Empress is in the traditional deck. She's the Eight of Coins. She's working at the little bench making her coins. Here we show a family. And this, the man is working, and there's abundance. Everything's taken care of. Things are growing. So that's where the Empress is. And she's pretty happy. She has her Nine of Cups, her happiness. She's started a new, she has a new wand. And she's using her will and determination with the Chariot. I should have said that. We have the Empress, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Chariot. And she's going towards her happiness. The King of Pentacles, which his match is up here with these two. And the King of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Here we have the King of Swords. Or else those two are going to come in and offer a small Page of Pentacles. Maybe the King of Pentacles is going to come in as the King of Cups, but with a little bit of money. And Six of Cups is generally, now this Six of Cups reminds me of the Seven of Cups in the Rider-Waite. But here, this Six of Cups is showing that there's many things that he's tried many things. He's tried many things. And made a determination. The Pope. The Pope appears. He's number 5. Similar to the Emperor, but more along the lines of order. Whereas an Emperor may be a little bit more free and easy, the Pope has rules and regulations. And he's speaking on those. So he's speaking on those. Oh. They need to be careful on how they choose to speak about this relationship up here to the Empress, who seems pretty happy. So they're going to send in a King of Coins and a King of Cups. To confuse too. This is kind of all, discombobulating, as they would say. None of this looks like anything you would want, but to confuse you. Because as the Empress, what you say I'm getting the feeling anyway, what you say as an Empress, and they're looking, you're pretty happy. Somebody's wanting to tell you something. Now, this may not be you. Come on now. Come on now. This could be anybody else. But you is the protagonist in our story. We're going to get some clarification. That's just some feelings I was getting. Let me look a little deeper here. So the King of Wands was friends with the Queen of Pentacles. But he's blocked because he's blocked from this Page of Cups situation because it's been exposed what they've been up to. This little triangle has been exposed. So he's friends with the King of Swords. They have a lot of things going on together. And they've made a decision that the Empress and the King of Coins would be a good match. Dang, y'all. They've made that choice. Okay, well, I'm sure they're not out looking for anyone's good but their own. I mean, come on, they've been exposed. And so this friendship has gotten messy. The Empress and the King of Cups here. So they want to send in, maybe you're going to have two choices. Maybe they've decided that the King of Pentacles would be your best choice. But you are a person who would more go towards someone who is more of a King of Cups type person. But let's see. Okay, the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands have been talking, sharing, explaining that they were just confused about the whole thing. They didn't know nothing. The King of Wands, Knight of Cups, are saying they did it for money, an opportunity, for an old friend. Okay, let's go. Empress. We want to know about the Empress. Did I shuffle them again? No, I don't think I did. Let's do that. Ooh, my hands are getting cold. I'm fixing to go to work, so there's no reason to heat up the house. A Tower, sounds like. The Magician, and the Ace of Wands. There's a Tower because there's been a new beginning. Let's find out about the Empress. Empress. That's all we really care about, right? These people are just everywhere. I don't know. I guess we should figure out what they're scheming and scamming about. So the Empress, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is where you're beginning, middle of a financial plan. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Hanged Man, and the Star. Ten of Cups, Five of Wands, Hierophant, King of Swords. Queen of Pentacles is on the bottom. So, the Queen of Wands. About the Empress. The Empress is having good, solid, and ends up with the Sun here. But the Knight of Pentacles, he's not out here. The Page of Pentacles, an attitude. The Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Is stuck. Stuck because the Star. Stuck being their happiness, conflict, organization, law. Oh. They're stuck because the Empress is being seen with the Sun shown as the Star. There's nothing they can do about her happiness. They cannot create this conflict for the happiness because there are rules and regulations and there are laws. Okay. What kind of unhappiness? What is this about? What do they want to create the conflict with? Money, love. They want to create a conflict over some obsession. Oh, I don't think it really matters. I've never seen a rule like that, but whatever. They want to come in and pass judgment over this material obsession. But they can't. They can't see. They can't. It's not being shown because they've spun the Wheel of Fortune. So what is this devil? What is the devil, please? Devil, please. Devil, please. What is this devil? What is this devil, please? Oh, well, the devil, what it is going to be exposed. It's going to put an end to the path they chose, and they're going to be ashamed and embarrassed. They're going to have to look within, make a decision. All right. Oops. It's happening soon. This exposure. I still want to know what the devil is about. I have a fresh pack here. Maybe it can give us an idea. Generational wealth. Embarrassed. It's about generational wealth because here comes the Nine of Swords. And money, an offer of money. Devil, please. How's the Devil, Empress, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands? Car, Chariot, Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands. What about this? Devil, Chariot. I feel like they're wanting to put something in your car, but let's see. Devil, Chariot. Devil, Chariot is you're defended, you're safe, you're loved. It's been seen. So try as they may with their games and whatnot. Now they may send somebody in that they've picked who will be probably looking into everything, trying to find anything messy about you and be judging about it and run out and stand and declare whatever they think. So do be careful. Yeah, we have the internet now. You can really find out a lot about people who don't have your best interest in mind. It's hard to discover those people when you've been raised around people who didn't have your best interest in mind. Or if they did, they didn't know what to do, for heaven's sakes. Can you imagine having the school books from the 1930s and it's the 1950s and you're trying to understand what's going on in the world? That's the way a lot of rural America worked for years. And they finally got the libraries. They finally got, we out in the rural areas are having the same access to all of the information in the world that's at our fingertips. And so that's amazing. Of course, they're trying to take all the money away from our local library. It's always been that way. They don't want a library in the rural areas. Most places they don't. They don't want jobs or manufacturing. As a matter of fact, what I was saying the other day was that in a rural area, your service industry supports the government jobs, and the government jobs by buying hamburgers, groceries, getting a spa day, things like that, getting their nails done. They support the service industry. So it's just this little capsule that nobody wants to open up because it does keep everybody in a certain position of power and disempowerment. Anyway, I have a lot of time to think. This has been in the Wind Tarot. If they send somebody in, you can always go on the internet and Google what is a narcissist. How can I tell when somebody said this to me? Does that make sense? There'll be thousands of people out there who are willing to share their information and their personal experiences with you. So you can kind of judge it on your own with input from people who have no skin in the game. Always be cautious when using the internet and find out your sources, because the source who is saying it is very important. This has been in the Wind Tarot. You guys have a great day out there.